In Laravel, actually, you don't need to have to understand all of the folder and also the file name here because this is the framework. You only need to understand that why you choose Laravel. We choose Laravel is because the simplicity, right? We don't need to build from scratch or create class and then create the auto load like this. You can check the package, the composer JSON. You have the auto load here, PSR. We have this one, auto load dev, auto load PS4. There's so many things that we have to understand. So that's why Laravel give us the thing that make us feeling that we already have everything you need for building modern application is already in the Laravel. That's why Laravel is known as rapid development. So you can imagine we build MPV most valuable product, and then we can imagine 100,000 or 1 million user. That's not true because actual user is not that much. You can start with Laravel, very cheap framework, and that one is very easy. You can imagine, right? Let's say we have the router here, right? And then we can create even the controller by using the CLI, by using the command. Let, let's say PHP artisan make controller here, and then we say that developer controller, and then even we can make desktops automatically create the CRUD function like using the research, and then you can click the developer, boom, all of things already there. We have the create, index, store, showing, edit, and update, destroy. All we need to have is already in the Laravel. Or even let's say we have the model like PHP artisan make model. We have the control, we have the model, let's say the product, and then rm like this. What happened? Boom, they will create our model like this, with the product, and then they will have the database here for the migration. So this is amazing, right? You should learn Laravel. We have the migration, we have a way to deploy, so many ways to deploy our Laravel. And if you worry about the speed, because the people say that Laravel is too slow. No, we have Franken PHP. They will make our application Laravel better. We have Laravel Octane here as a default PHP integrator, and we also have the Robin. We have this one. So many things, so many issues that person talk and say that Laravel will be die or PHP will be died. And then look at this one. Maybe if you come into Laravel from version 5, version 6, there's a lot of configuration. But look, Since Laravel 11, there's no more configuration. No more default configuration. All of thing in here is editable because sometimes when we open the Laravel project, oh, don't touch that file because that one is default Laravel. No, in Laravel 11 we have moved all of the configuration default into vendor. Yes, and then we have the model here, how to interact. We make an interaction from the coding layer into the database layer. We can make the relation here. We can just like this. Let's say we have the product, right? And then we make a function and then user, how to get the product of the user. Then this product is belongs to user, like this. And then later we have in the product, we have the user ID, and then we can just call the user, and then we automatically create the SQL. So what's the model is? Why we need the model? Because we don't want to write the SQL. SQL thing is very complex. We have to learn the programming language, and then suddenly we have to learn the SQL also. So with this approach, we can ignore we can just ignore that thing and then focus on this approach, right? PHP always have a way to resolve our problem. And how the Laravel is life cycle is from the index. Do you remember when we create the PHP project and then suddenly all of the tutorial will talking about index.php? So where's the index.php in Laravel? We have it in the public project, the public folder, and then you can click the index.php here. Oh my god, what is this? I don't know, but you don't need to understand what I talk. I said yesterday. As I mentioned previously, you don't need to understand all of the thing in Laravel. Oh, like this. What you need to know about Laravel is how they define the root, how to create a controller, how to make a database. Because all of the application is just get the data from our DB, processing it, and return into the user like that. That's why so many programming languages that coming and say that they resolve a problem faster, but Laravel give us the fast way to got our goal. Yes. And then we have the storage here. We have log, we have apps, private, public storage. We have a way to integrate with the storage, like storage put, storage put file as, so many things. You want to have communication, interaction with the collection. We have the collection here. Support. Oh my god, empty. Alright. There's so many things in Laravel. You have to learn that. But the thing you need to remember is and start to looking for is how to run the artisan. This is the magic one. Artisan. Even when I start learning Laravel, the the first framework that I use is Codeignator. You know, there is no magic there, just a simple framework. But when I moved to Laravel, everything become magic. You can create control, we can create the model, migration, all of the steps is magic because we have the artisan command. Look, there's so many command that we can use. Even we can like this. We can create our authentication automatically. Laravel, they have so many templates. They have so many kits. There are so many packets that you can try and ready to put in our production. So let's learn Laravel and observe the Laravel. And don't be shy to use the Laravel. You have to be proud